105.
I guess it all begins with Andrew and I always doing everything together since we were born.
Yeah, I was running for president of student government, and I was trying to find creative ways of campaigning for the election, and started making ads, and combined with Remy's photography skills, we then decided to enter a short film competition. So in 2010, we made the rowing video for Lewis and Clark's rowing team, and just put it on YouTube. And a few weeks later, we received an email from the Walt Disney Studios, and I thought it was spam. And then I get a call from Remy, and Remy says, I looked up this guy, and his name is Don Hahn, and he's actually the executive producer at Walt Disney of The Lion King, Beauty and the Beast. I mean, this guy is top-notch in the industry. He basically congratulated us for the storytelling in that just 45-second video, and said, you know, whenever we're in LA, to give him a call and to meet up, because he'd love to have lunch with us and meet us.
The first thing we do is we fly out to LA and say, hey, Don, we happen to be in LA, and we meet him, and that meeting was extremely important to us.
He really encouraged us to keep going, and gave us he planted that seed in our mind that it is possible to make a living out of what you love to do. If you have passion, nothing's impossible. It's a huge risk because, you know, you can spend all this time, you know, working 24/7. I mean, you barely sleeping, barely eating. We were on a pasta budget, you know, just eating pasta and ketchup all day. And
pretty much.
I remember seeing the email, still having being unsure. But after a couple of weeks, as Remy said, they started, you know, making plans for us, and then started talking about actually going to LA and directing John Stamos on set. There was a point in our lives where, you know, we had to choose: are we gonna try and learn through somebody else's company, and, you know, make our way up through the hierarchy? You know, start at you know, just watching as an intern and, you know, assistant, and then, you know, kind of, you know, work our way up. And that's a great way to, you know, get experience and see how these things work from the inside. But we decided to go a different route and, you know, create our own company and learn from experience. You know, just trial and error. You not only need to know where you want to go, but you also need to give yourself the means to accomplish that. And if you have passion and some sort of direction you're going into, I mean, anybody can succeed. There's a great book called The Instant Millionaire, which is kind of our Bible for success. And one of the main things is, you know, always quantify your objectives.
Exactly. So I mean, one of the first steps to getting an objective accomplished for Andrew and I is just writing it down and putting a deadline on it. You know, by this date, we want to have done this and this. And then it really just becomes a matter of problem solving which way is the best way to get the objective. If we want to make it big, and, you know, our definition of making big is making a Hollywood feature in 5 years, we need to do this. You know, we're really not relying on luck, basically.
You can tell if someone's going to be successful or not if you can just ask them, you know, where you want to be in 5 years. A lot of people don't know, and that's okay. But if you know what you want to do and you have a passion, you need to give yourself quantifiable objectives. You can't just say, I want to be a filmmaker and, you know, and shoot it in Hollywood. You actually need to know the steps to get there and quantify those objectives.
It reminds us of one of our goals is to have one of our ads shown up here on one of the screens.
I mean, it's going to take time, but, you know, we have the passion and the motivation to do it.
I think our main skill really, it all comes down to persistence. Everybody really faces setbacks, but it's really how you react to those setbacks that determine your success. So how we treat failure is how we succeed.
And, you know, when you work really hard for something and it doesn't work out, you know, you can't just give up. And even if the next time it still doesn't work out, you can't give up. And the next time it doesn't work out, you still can't give up. We don't really care how many times we fail, because every single shot that you don't take, you won't make. And one of our favorite sayings is, goals are dreams with deadlines.
I hope you enjoyed the program today, and now you can make a choice. For some of you, that might be enough, but others, you might want to actually get really good at this. Now, we've discovered something, and you probably already know this. To get good at something, you have to practice. It's not enough just to acquire knowledge. You actually have to apply some new things, some new ideas, some new skills. And we've laid out a way to do that. It's kind of like workout for sales, right? It's what do you do to actually manifest the kind of stuff that you heard from these executives when you're doing the job. We know how to make that happen. Give it a try. There's no risk. There's no gimmicks. You just try it. If it works, we keep working together. If it doesn't, let it go. Give it a try. Check us out at nf5.com.